God, you're
Chloe.
so
Wow, you're
beautiful,
so well
Chloe.
lit. Wow.
What is happening with the lighting? Fig tree?
It's amazing.
Real tree, very proud
No,
of her. And
that looks like fake. That's so, it feels so healthy.
yes,
You
my
have a
green
great
ball
setup
is
over there.
working. Appreciate it. Well, you guys, season 3, phenomenal. Like, you know, it's good when you can't stop watching it. Like, this is truly such a beautiful piece of bingeable art. So thank you so much. I love the women. I love the women that have been created and the way that we've seen their evolution over the 3 seasons. I mean, Poorna, I'd love to start with you.
Yeah.
What a layered woman. I mean, such an amazing mother, but she's also not perfect. And much like her daughter, she's always learning a new lesson.
Yeah.
What did you personally learned from playing her the past 3 seasons?
Personally,
Yeah.
I've learned what it means to be empowered on a set. I didn't realize I felt so disempowered on other sets. I often say I always felt like a guest wherever I was, even if I was like a series regular or whatever. It was always like someone else's set and just tiptoeing around and trying to be as invisible as possible. And suddenly we're on the set, which is one of the most, the least hierarchical. I don't know if I said that word.
Hierarchical? I don't know how to say it. I don't know.
Sets that I've ever been on. Mindy and Lang have really set the tone and, empowered everyone from top to bottom. So it really feels like family. But there's so much input that we have in the writing process. There's so much input we have on set and with the directors, so there's representation in front of the camera, but there's so much representation behind. So it's actually a true mirror. And to know that, someone just asked me that diversity has always been like lip service wherever I've gone. There's like a little like percentage and everyone tries to meet it. And what does a show look like when it's so ruthlessly diverse? What does it do to the storytelling? And I've seen how absolutely enriched it is. And I hope to take this going forward wherever I work next.
Yeah, I think this show is a trailblazer in that fact, because you're right.
Yeah.
We have so many conversations about diversity and representation, but it's so rare that it is both in front of and behind the camera. And like you said, you no longer feel like you're in someone else's house. You no longer feel like you have to make yourself invisible. And that is such a beautiful thing that it feels like this show is creating for people.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, even just, I remember the first day of shooting in season 1 when we walked into our house and, costumes had us all in, our outfits and shoes. And we said, actually, we were so new to the set, but we felt comfortable to say, this is actually an Indian household and we feel our characters would not wear shoes because we don't wear shoes in our houses. And they just immediately were like, get rid of the shoes. And from then on till now, even when we have guest stars on the show and if costumes forgets or whatever and puts them in shoes, the director or somebody in the crew will be like, oh, actually, you're not supposed to wear shoes in this scene because you're in the house.
And also the first scene was around a dining table and there was cutlery set out. It was Indian food and cutlery set out. And we said, well, we eat with our hands. And so everyone's like, okay, let's do it. They strive to make the show as authentic as humanly possible. And, it's such a two-way street on that set.
It's so great to hear. Richa, I love Kamala so much. It's been great to see her journey. I've been lucky enough to see season 3, but for our Canadian audience watching this, what did you enjoy most about where we see her go in season 3? Because it gets pretty exciting for her.
It does. I say this a lot. I think that my own personal growth and journey is almost in tandem with Kamala's journey. Maybe I'm a little bit more ahead because I'm a little bit older and have already gotten married and all those things. But at the same time, I relate to her so much in the sense that I think both of us are people pleasers, and it's a cultural thing, but it's also just, I think, being a woman, and it's just a personality thing. But feeling the pressure to make everyone happy, whether that's family or community or work or school or whatever it is. And it's just been so incredible to see Kamala and the strength that she's harnessed in season 1 and the courage and how much she's had to learn to stand up for herself and at the same time put her happiness first without feeling like she's making other people unhappy. And that's something that I'm in my own life really trying to navigate. So it's been really cathartic and a learning lesson for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, people pleasers unite.
Yeah, no, people
Aw.
pleasers, please stop. It's the disease to please. Just stop it.
Can I just say I'm obsessed with this trio? Like I'm so excited to be hanging out virtually with the three of you. Congratulations on everything. This upcoming season is unreal. And what I love is the dynamics shift a lot this season. So without giving anything away, what was the most exciting part for each of you exploring those different relationships? Lee, why don't we start with you?
Okay. I feel like Fabiola went through a lot of changes this season, a lot of unexpected changes. So it was just interesting to see where she would go by the end of the third season. And yeah, it's so hard not to give anything away, but that's what I got.
I think for me, what we have so far, season 3 is my favorite, just because we now know and love all the characters and we get to see how deep they can go with relationships with each other. So I love that aspect of season 3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in total agreement with both of you guys. I think as far as Anissa goes, I'm really excited for Anissa to be exploring her relation. Wait, maybe I shouldn't say that way. Exploring her relationship with herself. No. I would say I'm excited to how she is choosing herself a lot more in this season, and the power that comes, or the power that gives. So yeah.
Good stuff.
You guys did such a good job. I know that's really hard. You all get to keep your jobs. So great on that. Okay, Dory, this question, very, very easy. I think what I love about this group of friends is that they hype each other up. Like they are truly each other's biggest supporters. So what is the key to being a good hype woman? Ramona, why don't we kick this one off with you?
Being a good hype woman is just seeing someone you love do well and being genuinely happy without any sort of like jealousy or resentment, just like full 100% support.
Yes, queen.
Yes.
Let's go.
Woo!
Well said. I mean, that was like the most perfect answer. And I'm sure both of you echo that. So, unfortunately, sadly, Mindy, the queen, has said that the 4th season is going to be the last. I also really respect that decision of hers, but I don't want to say goodbye to these characters. So as you look ahead, I mean, what are your season finale wishes, dream guest stars, where you'd like to see your character go? Dream big on this. Megan, we can kick this one off with you.
Oh, this is a tough one because we've already filmed
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Wait, can we say
We'll check. Our editors will check. We don't want to.
Okay, cool. Never mind. Scratch. I'm just excited for fans to hopefully be able to have this satiated feeling of like this came full circle. I really hope that they're able to say goodbye to their characters with like a sense of like peace and reassurance, and like everything is just enclosure is the word that I'm looking for. And I think that is the air that I'm living in right now, and I'm gonna die on. What am I saying? I don't know.
Yeah, to add to that, I also hope that it comes full circle and people at the end of it, people are like, yeah, I'm happy with the way that it ended. Yeah, I hope people at the end of the day are just happy with it all.
I want all the fanfics to happen all at once in season 4. That's it.
Like the video? Then hit the button, or better yet, drop us a comment. Then check out our latest videos here. And don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button here for more celebrity interviews and entertainment news.